Okay. Ita Mixkanatani. Good morning. It is somewhere around 10 o'clock in the AM on Saturday, the 12th of November 2022. One day after the big war celebrations. I don't get into all those Veterans Day, Memorial Days, Remembrance Days. Anyway, we're in the lunar cycle Itochtoi when the cold arrives, and indeed we have been in the deep freeze now for over a week. I'm out for a morning hike, and the temperature right now is a sultry minus 13 or minus 14, something like that. Supposed to climb up to just 3 degrees below zero today, which will be very warm, and I'm hoping that that helps bring out some wildlife, because my work has really stalled out this week. I closed shop on the animal house that we were following, although we're gonna go check it out because I'm not 100% confident I got all those skunks out of there. It's been so cold, and it seems to me most of the skunks and raccoons have, as I talked about in my last video, just shored up in that cold. When things warm up again, they will no doubt become active again, and if there's anything left at that house, I'd like to get it. I need the money. I've only got $250 in my rent envelope for the week so far, or rent envelope for the month, and we're on the 12th, so I should have 600 in there already. So I'm shy of even halfway keeping up with the quota that I need to do what I need to do to make rent. But we'll repair that. I've got a couple of animals to collect on. I did get a call for a porcupine this week, and definitely my porcupine season should pick up here, because as they lose the canopy leaves and stuff that they usually can stay pretty hidden in, people start observing them, and the porcupines will sometimes migrate into their yards, eat trees, and in the case I was dealing with, the porcupine had visited 3 nights in a row, eating fella's apple tree in the middle of Heritage subdivision, and so he needed it pulled out of there. Now I'm glad we got him.
You know, I watched him eat the apple that you left on the outside.
Yeah.
And then I watched him walk towards the entrance of the cage, but he decided that it's more nice to eat the
bark.
The bark. He was showing me who the boss was.
He wasn't gonna play our game, hey?
Yeah. But at 3 o'clock in the morning when I got up,
yeah,
he was caged.
Oh yeah. There you go, buddy.
So how can you tell me how old he is? But you're good at those things.
Yeah, mostly. I mean, he's a adult porcupine, but
look at he scraped himself quite badly there.
Well, that's normal, hey? A lot of porcupines have that bald spots on the back. I think it's from where they climb under their wherever they're staying. They kind of scrape their backs on.
I was kind of watching at 4:30. So he came out of there then.
Oh yeah, there we go.
That much.
But he was under the deck.
That's how little space.
Yeah. Yeah, they're mostly fur and stuff, eh? take all their fur off. They ain't so big. Alright, but yeah, it's hard to say exactly how old he is. I mean, he wasn't born this year, last year. He's a good sized porcupine.
He didn't get all his apple, the poor guy.
Aw.
The poor guy didn't get all his apple.
Hey there, Porky. What?
He's like, where'd my cover go?
More quills.
To increase customer retention. Go to Wix.com/dropshipping and start selling.
It only took a night to catch him. Let him go down in the wilderness park. And of course, I borrowed some quills. I'm still building my quill box. When I was a kid, my mom's brother, her youngest brother, kept getting himself thrown back in prison for different break and enters and stuff. And he learned, or in prison, he learned and practiced making matchstick covered boxes very nicely. It's one of the different forms of prison art that's pretty common in the Arizona penitentiaries. So I kind of picked it up off of him. I learned prison art, and I still make matchstick boxes, which, by the way, if you want to buy one, you can go to my Etsy page, which is First Diver Creations. I'll put a link in the description of this video, and I do have one for sale in there. Probably gonna get more coming in there pretty soon, but I've been building for a while now, little bits at a time, my first porcupine quill decorated box in the tradition of prison art, but experimenting with different medium. So I've got quills kind of in a sunburst on the front. I've got quills I'm practicing different kind of designs on the sides. For all of the edges, I used those little chewed sticks that I collected from that skunk brush over by Spopikami. Some of you will remember I put a camera trap trying to figure out which rodent it is up there that's chewing the bark off of these little skunk brush sticks just at this one bush. I don't know if it's a wood rat or what it was. Never really figured it out, but I'm using those sticks for edging. And then in addition to that, I'm incorporating some goldenrod galls. I don't know, we'll see how it comes out, but I think it'll be pretty nice when all is said and done. So yeah, you can if you want to buy one and chip in toward my rent or any of Britt's prints, or some of the t-shirts I've been making straight out of Ghana, Skoden Boxing Club, you can get those on my Etsy. Any case, I figured I'd take the camera along with me today. It's been about a week since our last video. I'm just trying to get some kilometers in, stretch my legs this morning with this walk. But we will, as part of this walk, stop by the animal house. And then we got to make our way over to, just looking at this chair. It's kind of a rocking chair, it seems. Sometimes you find really nice stuff in the alleys. Okay. I wonder if this is for the taking. I wonder if it still rocks. Oh yes. Oh yes. This piece would go on there. I bet it still all goes together. But the property is guarded by demented mongrels, so I don't know if I want to deal with it. It's a nice chair though. They must have been thrown out here for the taking, so I might stop by with my truck in a little bit and pull that out of here. I think so. We've been collecting alley furniture and stuff for downstairs in the room where we kind of have visitors and stuff, and Britt's got her computer gaming set up and all of that. Any case, let's go check out the animal house, see if there's any movement by that hole in the backyard, and then we gotta go take Britt to work. I don't know what else is gonna be going on this afternoon with me. Maybe I'll take a nature hike. I don't know. Gotta go pick up some contact lenses on the west side and reset a trap over there where there is a skunk. but he's hitting the trap and not getting into it. So we'll see. In any case, on with the day. All right, we're here. That's where I had the trap. That's where the hole is. Still no activity. No dig outs from the hole. So likely, I think that it's all done. That's why I pulled the trap yesterday. Pretty sure it's all done. That'll give me another $200 when I invoice for that. So closer to what I need. Everything pulls together in the long run. I'd like to do some studies, maybe start this winter, of the urban wildlife. I'm always out in the coulees because it feels to us that if we're going to watch wildlife, we should go out, into nature, so to speak. But really, as far as the animals are concerned, this is all one big forest that we live in, these subdivisions. The animals are happy to be here. There's lots of deer, lots of different bird species. Typically you find more animals in the urban areas than you do in the so-called natural areas. And a diversity too, because it's also a botanical gardens while it's a forest. It's got all kinds of plants from around the world, all different kind of species of plant anyway. So I don't know, it's worth looking at. I would like to start looking at it more and stop making that nature divide thing in my mind, Plus I just like to learn more about how synanthropes, the animals that live close to people, what kind of different things that they're doing to adapt to our infrastructure, our architecture, and all of that. I have a dream about writing a fiction book about a human that starts actually engaging with the animals and stuff. Oh, how far have I gone?
5.0 kilometers.
5 kilometers so far. They take me about 12 minutes a kilometer to hike, which is at least double my running speed, but my feet haven't been responding all that great to running. So, and it's freaking cold. When it gets this cold, I don't know, maybe I should buy a weight vest and use that to kind of help me make these walks a bit more of a struggle. I don't know. Just free associating now. Speaking of alley stuff, just walking past this fence and seeing these shoes and jacket and stuff hanging here. At first I was thinking, I wonder what's going on there, like did somebody stop by and leave those things and they didn't want to go in, because I see tracks going up to the fence. But then Mr. Smarty Pants, 2 and 2 came together, and I realized, they're putting those old clothes out there for anybody walking down the alley that might need them, fit them, want to take them. So a couple of magpies picking at something here. Looks like blood in the snow there, hey? Something happened here. It's dripping blood. And the birds that found that's all they need. It's just that little bit. They'll be going back to it in a second. Just waiting for me to leave. It's 3 of them, eh? 4 maybe.